So here we are in Pro Tools and I'm creating a session, so recording session 1, and I leave it to the settings 24 bits and 44, and I save it on my desktop for the moment because later I want to pick it up. So in Pro Tools I need the corresponding tracks, so we recorded with 5 microphones. All you need to do in this setup is to make sure you create the right routing for every track. So let's say the first track, it was setup 1, the one that we need to monitor to see the balance of the drum. Channel 2 is setup 2, which is our first real recording. Audio 3 is going to be the setup 3 right channel. And then this one is setup 3 left channel. Then we have channel audio 5, which is our setup 3 kick. So what are the input channel? They need to mirror exactly what you did there. So channel 1 is correctly there, channel 2 is correctly there. This is not channel 3. We know that the right channel is on channel 7 for the fixing reason that we need to do. Channel left is on 4 correctly. This one is on channel 5 correctly. Now that should be all good, and so if we put the input monitoring, we should already see the signal coming through, and that's where they are for the one that are picking up the signal. Okay, so the main one are there and we're good to go. We can also do some nice color coding. So setup 1 purple, this one I'll leave it blue. Setup 3 we can make it all red, and also we group it because we want to work on it at the same time. So we know setup 3 is independent and then the last but very important bit is that you cannot leave the output in this way, because what we want to do is always want to monitor in confidence. So monitoring confidence means that you need to bring it back to the console, put it on the mix bus, and then listen to it. So let's set up a side of the console that we use for our confidence monitoring. And I will say we will need an overall 6 channels. We can go from channel 17 onwards. To do that, you select all your tracks, and before clicking on the first output, if you do Shift Option Command, you can do a progressive incremental assigning of the tracks. So we said from channel 17, and if I do click now, I will have 17 here, 18 here, 19 there, 20, 21, 22, all as we want it to be. And now after this, we need to just prepare the recording in a way that we create a playlist. Since we want to record everything at the same time, I don't want to record obviously in the COM, and so I remove the COM from the group. I could actually group all of this and say all recording group, and have it activated at the bottom of my group session, which you can see if you look at this side. So now I have the setup group and the all recording group. And now I can press Control / and all of the tracks, the setup 1, 2, and 3, are now on playlist number 1, so they are ready to record. The last thing in Pro Tools that you want to have is to now create a new, perhaps stereo audio track, in which you put your guide track. In here you have the guide track, and the guide track you want it to go on probably in this 2 channel stereo, 23, 24, the last 2 of the thing. So why do we need this? Because now we need to talk headphones. You cannot do any recording without setting up the headphones. Now you did the gain staging on the console, you did all the first part of the signal flow. Now you are reached the DAW, you set up the DAW, and you also set up the confidence monitoring, so going back into the mix bus. Let's work it on the console so that we can finalize the second part of the signal flow, where you put everything for confidence monitor on the mix bus, and set up the headphones communication and the headphones for the cues to the drummer, etc.